Okay, just as an aside, again, what you're paying attention to is always the simultaneity of behavior. The entity would like to try to protect the entity by, for example, and these are psychopaths who cannot figure out a way to get out of what is prosecution within what is the established pattern of conduct by the entity. And so what the entity has engaged in is heightening a threat. And I don't know what, I don't even want to say I don't know. Only a psychopath resolves to, because this is what the entity is doing and has done and what I documented, engaging in more threatening conduct by group stalking via helicopter more often in order to suggest, okay, to its own demise, because that's not in any way averting the pattern of conduct. It's also not protecting the criminal partner, the people of the state. It is further incriminating the people of the state. It is intensifying the federal prosecution, especially of those like 18022, the Diegas, that are they're not even welcome. They're going to be deported, permanently removed, and they are also going to go sit in federal prison. But I want you to pay attention to what is a psychopath that reasons, okay, well, we'll intensify the threat by group stalking more by helicopter. That does not remove the people of the state from the pattern of conduct. The reason why the environment is there is because this is how a government is maintaining vicarious presence around you 24/7. All right. The entity engages in more of a threat, and as in any criminal conspiracy, what your partner does, you're doing. Okay. And that's exactly how they're going to be prosecuted. It's a malicious system, and justice requires each part of that criminal partnership suffer the consequences. And these are severe consequences because this is a very serious criminal act. It's a criminal act against a person's life. Okay. So I want to be clear. The simultaneity of conduct. There is no, first of all, so I brought that up to preface the fact that there is no getting out of the pattern of conduct. There is no protecting. And I want to be clear, at no point whatsoever should you ever be mistaken about what the people of the state are and what they're doing. That simultaneity of conduct is also what you can look at on its surface and realize what an entity is doing. They're group stalking together. As I'm walking in, first of all, the phenomenon, directed light on the ground, my shadow is appearing in front of me. In light that's just manifesting, the entity is suggesting that sunlight's hitting a window on a building behind me. And that window shape is appearing on the asphalt feet away from it. And I'm walking in, and that creates a shadow. That's the phenomenon. You have what is the absence of any coincidence. While one is in the path and the simultaneity of helicopter activity at that, this simultaneity of conduct is beyond a coincidence as well. And by the way, there are no coincidences in the specific environment. You have seen this ambush conduct by a demon-possessed entity over and over again. It's the pattern of conduct. So I just want to point that out to you. There is no coincidence, especially when I'm speaking to what is a pattern of conduct. I'm speaking to expounding upon the environment that you're surrounded by and just opening up your eyes so that you see what it is you're looking at, because you're looking at it, but you don't see it. All right. So and it's right in front of your face. But sometimes those are the most hidden things, the things that are in plain sight. Okay. And the pattern of conduct is hidden in plain sight. So the entity is engaging in what is ambush conduct occurring with simultaneity. There is no getting out of, there is no protecting the people of the state. There is no removal from that criminal system. They are the malicious and vicious and psychotic targeting group stalking minions that I've told you that they are. The pattern of conduct, that light activity, that demented light, the demented acts of stalking with simultaneity to someone's inaudible physical movement. The demon possessed. I am not being hyperbolic when I tell you that they are psychopaths, obsessively pursuing one. And then you're a psychopath because you're engaged in that and all of the environment tells on you. And the secret society, the psychopath, the demon possessed one with their third eye on you while they look to the left and right, while they outwardly conduct themselves as though they're consumed with anything else but you. Everything about the environment is telling you otherwise. And this simultaneity of behavior is speaking to what are demons that are targeting you. And not only that, so what you're listening to, this is an act of retaliation by a demon-possessed entity who is, like I said earlier, seething while they are witnessing me expose them. Okay? Because they are an inferior entity, and that's just by nature of what they are. I want to be clear. The demonic, they are literally the gutter. This is darkness, and it is beneath. If you are of the light, they are inherently beneath. Okay? This is not about me thinking I'm better than somebody. This has nothing to do with that. This is just a spiritual truth. Okay, so you are inherently defeated. And so the entity is going to experience defeat on a world scene in a forum, in a way, in other words, never anticipated. The fact that you're able to literally legislate and prosecute your demonic behavior, nothing ever anticipated. Okay, so you have what is, again, literally following me. Not, okay, they're literally stalking. That's following. Not only are they literally following, they are literally following me as I am pointing out to you everything that they're doing and the way that they're doing it and their defeated mindset, their feckless efforts, and what they are not able to do, which is in any way get out of the pattern of conduct. You can't get out of the pattern of conduct because it's your pattern. It's their pattern. That's what you're doing. You did not anticipate the fact that it was going to be encapsulated into a whole system, flipping that malice on its head in order to prosecute you. Whose fault is that? So like I said, anyway, it's 5:32 p.m. I want you to pay attention to that video, that simultaneity of behavior. That's the pattern of conduct. That simultaneity of behavior in a specific environment. That's the entity acting as the partners that they are. Don't miss that. It's P.O.C.